Hey, kids, and welcome to our podcast.
We're just two girls just talking about being bros.
Honestly.
But wait.
There's a third bro.
Third bro. I think we're all in different.
Wow, it was so nice to hear that in person.
For me, Melanie's downstairs.
Oh no, point. Oh my god. Point for you. I think I'm screen recording mine. So you have to go to your right corner, top right corner, Roxanne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why? Who am I pointing
Melanie's
to?
there. Melanie.
Oh.
We have a special guest today, everybody. Melanie.
Hey.
She has been mentioned on this podcast plenty of times before in stories, us giving her shoutouts because she's one of our most dedicated listeners. Welcome.
Absolutely.
Wow, it's an honor to be here, guys. Thank you so much. And in all those story mentions, they're both good and bad mentions. So I'm here kind of to ask for forgiveness and to give you more good things.
Mentions are iconic, though, you know?
Exactly. You know, like, and it's like, you don't even need to apologize because, you know, true friendship, you always tease each other, you know? It's friendly teasing.
Punch, kick yoga balls from underneath you, all the above.
Exactly, you know?
One in the same.
It makes for great stories, so.
Exactly. Like, literally.
I'm only here for the good content.
The one that happened to you was when Melanie poured the whole water bottle on your face.
Yeah, and
I did that to you?
Yeah, remember?
With the Contigo bottles, and then like you had to press it to like let the water go, and then you were like jokingly put it over Oksana, and then you pressed it.
I almost drowned that day.
I forget half of these things, but people always come up to me, they're like, oh, remember that time you like, I don't know, cut my finger? I'm like, no, I'm so sorry. We should write these down.
That's the best
for my
thing,
lawyer,
you know, because then later if you get put on the stand, you remember to your best of your ability, you know.
But this makes me question how much of my life I've forgotten, and like I'm
so
sitting
much.
here, I'm like, I'm a normal person, but like what if I did some really cool things that I can't remember?
Oh. Honestly, like that's why I started writing things down.
True.
Okay, but also you have the memory of a bat, Victorie.
That's very true.
I don't think they even have memories. They don't even have eyes. So, like, take that as you will. Maybe it's like a mukbang. I'm lotioning up my hands.
Ooh,
picking it up.
ASMR sounds.
We also need a scent feature on this, you know.
Honestly,
Tech Giants, please make scent features. Oh, okay, then I redact my statement.
Hey, Glycomed, please sponsor us.
Please, somebody, anybody.
And Keen's.
And Keen's. Wow, we haven't mentioned Keen's in so long. See, that's how you know Melanie's a true OG fan.
Oh, she really is. But also because Keen's hasn't responded to us in years. So.
Yeah.
Have you actually tried writing them a letter for real?
No.
We have like 4 listeners, and half of them are from my family. Okay. My family's even listening. Like, come on.
I got my brother to listen to you guys. I was playing him the parts where you guys talk about me, and I'm just like, and he's like, wow.
And now he's going to listen to one with you on it, finally. We finally have you here. We've been talking about this for like a year, but hey, you're here.
You know how every morning they talk on the announcements and have like the national anthem? This is going to be my national anthem every day. Yes. Every day I wake up, first thing I listen to, not ABBA, it's me on the podcast.
Yeah. Speaking about ABBA, so every week in quarantine here, we're starting our 2 Girls Being Bros playlist, and we'll all do our songs of the week. And guess what? Melanie's gonna add a song to our playlist. How much fun is that, guys?
You mentioned it in your last podcast, and I was about to message you guys like a song that I wanted you guys to add to your playlist, and then I think I like procrastinated, and then you texted me, "Hey, want to be on the podcast?" And I was like, "Yes."
Perfect. Here's your chance, Melly. What's your song of the week?
Okay, so now I know we talked about ABBA, and everyone knows I'm the ABBA person, but I was like, is that too cliche? Like, do they expect me to give an ABBA song? Because I listen to other music other than ABBA. Don't tell ABBA I said that.
Okay.
But this one's like modern music. It's like Insomnia by Dea. It's a jam.
Damn. Fancy
I like listening to it in the car, in the bathtub, because I like the famous Andrea take baths, and then I put on a soundtrack and it was good Sudoku in the bath time. I actually wrote my psychology paper on that. I was like, during these stressful times, because instead of our exam, we had to do a reflection on how we relaxed during COVID. And I was like, I take baths and do Sudoku.
Andri takes naps in his bath, so I'm just
Oh, that's dangerous.
self-care. Oh, I
He's
know.
Bath
don't worry.
King. Bath
You know-
King. Augustus' Bath Prince. You're the Bath Queen.
Yes, he's not even the king. I'm the queen.
Yeah.
But I was wondering if I could add like an ABBA song
refer to me as
for you
Bath
guys. Do you
Prince.
want an ABBA song as well?
Victory.
I feel, why not?
If I've heard it, if I allow it.
Yeah, it has to be approved by
Did you
Roxanne.
just call me the
Ooh,
Bath Prince?
Take
Yes,
a chance.
shut up. Oh, I've heard that one.
Take a chance on me. That was one of my fave as a kid.
I feel like, yeah.
Yeah. I'll allow
That's
it.
fair because there's two of us and one of you, so yeah, you can add 2 songs.
We're gonna beat her up. Why are
Perfect.
you saying like there's 2 of us?
And just remember, Melanie, that there's 2 of us and one of you on this podcast.
This
Okay.
reminds me of that one time you guys said, oh, we're going to have Melanie on the podcast. And, she's just going to take over the podcast. It's just going to be her. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
remember.
we're logging off in 5 minutes, so
Yeah,
it's just you.
There used to be
Even
2
though
of
it's
us. Now there's
two-
1 of us.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's not even the one you know. What's it called? Roxanne, what's your song of the week?
See, I'm gonna go with another Zayn song. It's called From Dusk Till Dawn, and it's featuring.
Oh, I know that one.
That's how it goes. I can't remember right now. But I
Zayn
was
still
listening to it
exists?
this morning.
Love you from dusk till dawn, right? That,
Yeah.
yeah, that one.
From dusk till- oh, and
Isn't
their
that
voices
like on a
together.
movie soundtrack of some sort?
Did you
Sorry.
not yell at me? I'm kidding.
Sorry.
I think so.
I think it's from a
like
movie.
Fast and Furious. 'Cause
Maybe.
There's like cars in the music video.
Maybe. We'll look into that. My song of the week is gonna be My Time by BTS. Oh, it's a good one, guys. It's just one of them though.
Mine-
It's
Did
just-
you put that on my playlist?
No, this is a new one. And it's just one member, it's just Jungkook, but it's really good.
Oh.
Yeah, Melanie's the only other person I know in my life who listens to BTS. So
But I
got
don't
that.
think I listen to such a degree as you do. I do like
No,
them. I
but-
like their music videos. And I tried memorizing all their names, but that was a week ago and I forgot all of them already. So
That's me and my
Jungkook I know
family.
though.
But yeah, she knows them.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are our songs of the week. I'll be adding them to the playlist. So make sure to go check out our playlist if you want to hear some new songs and get lit, Just... Okay.
That threat? Was that a threat, young lady?
Maybe. Also, every week we shout out or highlight a local restaurant in the Toronto area. Do you have any, Melanie, that you'd like to give a shout out to?
100%. Green Mango.
Oh,
Best.
yes.
Is it Thai food or Vietnamese food? I think they do both. It's like a fusion
Mhm.
restaurant. But I usually get their green vegetable curry, and it's always so good. They have so many different vegetables in it, and it just makes my day.
I've had green mango too before. Pretty fire. Their spring rolls, pretty fire. I always like their lemongrass fried rice, I think it is. So
Ooh.
good.
And they have
Really
glass noodles that are very tasty too.
That restaurant, it's in Etobicoke, but I know they're on one of them. I think they're on Skip.
I
I
hope.
saw them. I forget, but they're definitely on one of them. So if you're in Etobicoke, check them out.
Support them. They used to have I think they have a few extension branches, but I saw one of them closed down. So, and I don't know if the other one's still open, but just Google them, Green Mango or Green Mango
Mhm.
Boys.
Cool.
I hope they're the same
Boys.
same company.
That's okay. The more the merrier. But yeah. All right. And of course, we have our famous question that we ask all our guests.
Uh-oh.
So let's say you're walking down the street, Melanie, okay? You're just minding your business, now we have to keep 6 feet away, but anyways. I'm walking down the street and oh my gosh, someone's coming towards you. What person or celebrity walking towards you would make you cross the street to the other side of the road to avoid? Who would it be?
It's so hard to say because there's so many I would pick. Oh God, can I say a whole family of celebrities? Starts with a
Sure.
K.
Uh,
the Kardashians. I don't know.
Okay.
I would just not have any interest in interacting with them. I don't know too much about them, so I can't go up to them and be like, hey, I love that thing you do. Like, I love that nude you posted recently. Like, like that's not what I'm into.
I feel. Okay, that's fair, you know? Can't judge. We all have
any
our
other
people that we
celebrity.
cross.
Yeah, other celebrities, I would go up and be like, hey, like, can I get your autograph? Or like even YouTubers, I saw some at the mall and they're nice enough to take a picture with me. Simon and Martina, shout out.
It's like she's a natural.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
That's fair.
I wouldn't have anything to say to them. But I have a
I mean,
story
that's fair.
actually of, because, you know, sometimes even if you see a friend in public and you're not in the mood to talk, like if, let's say you got a bad grade and you're sad, or it rained, or you forgot your lunch and you're just like so upset. So one time I was at the station and I was standing on the subway platform, and then lo and behold, Oksana walks by me. But like I had an argument that morning with a family member, and I was just so cheesed, and Oksana was like in the zone. She was listening to something, so I just let her keep walking. I was like, I'm not gonna chase her. I have chased you down a few times, you know. But,
yeah, I've seen you a few times in the subway.
Yeah, but this time I let you just walk by.
Was it in the morning? Because
Yeah.
in the mornings, I'm like if whenever me and Andri bus together, rarely, but we do. I'm like, I just sit there, and he's like sitting next to me, and I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm dead. So sorry that I didn't see you, but
oh no,
I
that's
guess it
okay.
worked out well.
Yeah, like I needed some me time. I needed some ABBA time, so it was good.
I'm guilty of, well, not with you guys specifically, but totally guilty of seeing someone I know and then just being like,
One time I stood in front of someone on the subway the whole time, and they were staring at me, and I think they wanted to say hi, but I didn't recognize them at first, but then I recognized them halfway through, and I'm still standing in front of them, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I can't escape this situation.
You're in too late now. You're in too deep.
Oh, it was so awkward.
Just gotta pretend you don't know.
Yeah, it was one of those moments in life where you're like, I wish I did not exist.
Yeah.
That's fair. We all have those, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, fun things in quarantine? I have something to add to that.
Ooh.
So yesterday, me and Lida, we started a puzzle, but the twist is we don't know what this puzzle is.
Oh.
Like, we don't know what the picture is, because it's like a Sherlock Holmes thing, and then like they gave us like a little picture of like a zoomed in thing on the puzzle. So it's pretty cool. We
that's pretty
got the
lit.
frame. But my favorite part is we like, you know how you always pick out the corner pieces first?
Mm-hmm.
So we go, we like pick out 4, and then like I'm like, oh, it's another side piece, and there's a 5th corner, and me and Lida were like,
what?
Wow.
Wait, what does that mean? It's not a square?
That's the thing. We were like, what does this mean? But then it was just the same piece twice. So we're like, sucks for whoever is missing that piece now. So because otherwise they're canceled. But yeah, so it's just 4 corners. But yeah, we were like, how's this gonna happen? We're like, maybe there's a 6th corner.
Or like maybe it's a Sherlock Holmes mystery thing, you know?
Yeah, and I was just like, what is this? But then it's just the exact same piece twice, and I was like, oh.
Wow, solve the mystery.
I only had like one puzzle, and I did that, or I already did that activity. But like, Gus, can you calm down over there? Sorry, my brother's just taking apart his freaking whole PC. But I start with the corners too, and I build the whole frame. Like I find all the edges, and oh my god, I found every edge piece except one, and it was bothering me so much. I'm like, oh my god, because the thing is, this story, because I have this Flags of the World puzzle, and I got it years ago, and me and my brother, we started it and never finished it, but we put it on like a Bristol board for a bit and moved it because we were like, we're gonna finish it, and we never did. So then I just packed it up and put it away. Turns out we are missing so many pieces from that one because we like just let it on our dining room table, and like we moved it to our basement on the Bristol board or whatever. So some pieces got lost, and I was so mad, and I was like, I can't even attempt to do this if I know it's not going to be fully finished. So I reordered it. So I have 2 of the same puzzle, one with barely any and then one with everything. And so I was doing it, and then I didn't have that one piece, and I was like, if I like don't have that one edge piece, if it's missing, like I'm gonna be so pissed. But it wasn't missing. I just couldn't find it. But in the end, I did. But it took me ages, but I finished it. So
But that one's really hard. There's a lot of white areas too, and it's 1,000 pieces. Like I'm actually so jealous of that puzzle because I love flags, and it just looks so nice.
Same. I'll let you borrow it. maybe.
Yeah, I have a New York one I could lend you. So last Christmas I asked for puzzles because they're like, what do you want? You're in university, you're a grown woman, what do you want? I'm like, I want children's puzzles. Okay, not children's puzzles, but like adult puzzles. But not adult puzzles. That would be nasty.
Yeah.
Like, let's say seniors puzzles. So they got me a pack of 10 and then like one expensive one. And I'm like, okay, I just wanted one puzzle. Like, this is too much. Now I'm just stressed and I'm not doing any puzzles at all.
But hey, now you have plenty of time.
Yes.
Start cracking open. You got it. But anyways, so yeah, I've had a bunch of Mel stories written down collected throughout the years. So yeah, we've known Melanie. We've all been to elementary school together, high school, kind of university. University. But we've been in the same dance group together. So yeah, we've grown up together. She's always been tall, in case anyone's wondering.
Not the same type of tall, different. I was always ahead of the pack, but I didn't come out this size.
Just always 5'9", right? 10, 9, 10.
11.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like to say and a half because that makes me closer to 6, and 6 is an even number. But my doctor, one time I went to my doctor and I asked her, I'm like, am I going to get to 6 feet? And she's like, sorry to tell you no. And I cried that day. I was like,
wow.
No, I'm kidding. There's better things to cry about. I didn't cry about that.
But one of the things that I love about you, Melanie, is just, I feel like you have this similar with Andri, is that you just can be like friends with anyone. Yeah. Like,
wow, comparing me to Andri, what a compliment. I'm just kidding. It is a compliment. He is a great person.
Like, one of the things I remember, I don't think you were there, Roxanne, for this, but it was at the picnic when we did dancing, and then there's this dad in our there's this dad, and the dad.
I see where this is going.
He's a parent, and he's just like, I think this man has to be like 6'5", and he's just like huge, like so bulky, and like he has like
dad?
Yeah, your favorite dad.
Oh, that one. I thought you meant another dad because I have stories with everyone's dads.
That's where I was going next with this. But yeah, so we're at the picnic, and there's this one, our dancing group or whatever, not group, school had a picnic where all the kids danced, and like there's this one dad in our dance school who has like little kids, and then he has like a baby, and this 6-foot man was straight up holding his kid. Like, I don't even know how he was holding his kid, but like over his shoulder, like a purse basically, and then Melanie just goes and yells out to him like, nice purse.
What's wrong with me? Why did I do that?
And then he answered back, he's like, thanks, it's my new satchel or whatever. And I was just like only you would have like the guts to like yell out to like this 6'5" man that you've probably never talked to before that his kid
he could take
is
you
nice
out if
purse.
he wanted to.
Yeah, but I know he's chill, so that's why I said that. Otherwise I wouldn't have. So I had some background info.
Exactly. You had some that I just like died of laughter.
Wow, did you write that down?
Yeah, because it made me laugh so much. And just the fact that also this man was carrying his child like a purse. That was
no, but when you first put your hand like this, I'm like, was he holding the child by
I forget how he was holding the kid,
hair?
but like it just looked like he was getting his like gym bag and ready to go to the gym.
Wow.
Right. But yeah, that's what I was leading into. It's just Melanie has this thing, like all dads automatically just love Melanie, and like it's a fact. Like
I feel guilty about it because sometimes people's parents have told me, or like my friends have told me, it's like, oh, my parents like you more than they like me, and I'm like, no, this is not my intention. Like I obviously gain no benefit from. It's not like I try to do this, try to turn people's parents against them. But I
can't help it.
Yeah, it's so funny because like my dad, he'll always be like, yeah, just randomly like, how's Melanie doing? And I'm like, she's doing great.
But like I have interacted with your dad a lot because he would drive all of us home from school.
Yeah,
high school.
That's true. Yeah, you're like one of the probably 3 people that he knows your name of. Like I don't think he knows half my friends' names, but he definitely knows your name.
Oh,
so you've made it on the list. I think it's probably I think you've like tried to speak Portuguese with him, and like that's like automatic. And when you do that, like you're his best friend now.
Wow.
Like
okay, I'll continue my Duolingo just for him.
Perfect. He'll be very happy because I'm a disappointment.
No. How about I teach you Portuguese and then it's a win-win situation.
Sounds good. But yeah, you had all dads love Melanie, and that's just a fact. So Melanie meets your dad.
Prepare for him to be amazed. That's all I can say.
This feels like wedding toast. You guys are like, this is what I like about Melody. And I'm just like,
I could talk all day. You're one of the straight up. You're one of the straight up kindest people I know, for sure.
oh my gosh.
You're very involved, which is very awesome because like that's opposite of me. So hey, and you're also one of the funniest people I know. Your stuff you say just like makes me laugh.
Oh, thank you. I try really hard, actually. People are like, oh, she's effortlessly funny. I'm like, no, for example, like I get most of my material from Oksana.
Sorry, do you guys want me to leave?
Well, Oksana, she's so cool. Wow.
No, notice I said one of them. I'd say you two are probably the funniest people I know.
Thank you.
Good
there
save.
we go. And
actually, that is a fact. You two are both the funniest people I know.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Take
Good
that, other
save.
fans listening to the podcast that Victorie knows.
Okay,
Please cut that out.
It gives everyone motivation to like reach your guys' level, you know?
Oh, now I'm stressed.
You can try.
Yeah, no, you just gotta be effortless.
She's confident. Or where's Oksana for me?
Oh, she's down.
I'm dead. Yeah.
Got it in the bag.
Speaking about everyone loving Melanie, this all just reminds me. I don't know if you had him as a teacher, Roxanne.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Melanie had him together.
Yeah.
Oh, I had him with Melanie too, but I don't think I had it with you. So different years probably.
Because I had him twice or three times even.
I had him twice, yeah. I had him grade 10 and grade 12.
Oh, I had a grade 9. Okay.
I think I had grade 9 and 10.
Mm-hmm. What's it called? So yeah, one of our high school religion teachers, I was in the same class as Melanie. But you know, I was poo-poo garbage. You know, I was nothing to him. But I just remember us, like, I think we were sitting at lunch or something, and he came up and like literally had a full-on conversation with Melanie, and I was the only one with her, and like he didn't even like bat an eyelash at me. Like he didn't even recognize me, know who I am, or anything. And I was like, yeah, typical, but like, you know, he's best friends with Melanie.
Yeah.
Like in those instances, I'm just sitting there like feeling so awkward because I know there's another person in the conversation that they're ignoring. Like I hate when people are not self-aware. I'm like, we have to be a group. It's a group setting. We need a group conversation. So moments like that annoy me.
That man is definitely not self-aware.
But I recently saw him on the subway because there's lots of teacher strikes happening in Ontario. And I had a class near where it was happening. And so we were on the same subway and like, I died. I hid.
I'd cross the street, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. But then he got distracted with another student from our elementary school that had class with him in high school. So they were busy talking. So I just like.
What's it called? That reminds me too. I saw when I was going to school back before quarantine on the subway, one of my religion teachers, I think he was going on a field trip with his class. And like, I totally, we made like eye contact for a good like 10 seconds because I was like, that's him. But he like grew a beard, so like I wasn't like fully sure if it was him, but like I was like, that's definitely him. And like we made full eye contact, and I was like, I think he definitely recognized that I was like one of his students. So I think he actually like in class like not remembered me. I'm very unrememberable, but I think he definitely recognized me. And then it was just so awkward because I didn't say anything, and I just kept walking. And I was like, I think he had a guitar too. And I was like in the subway, and I was like, that's definitely him. But I'm not gonna say hi. You also had X too, right?
Me? No.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, because I swear I remember I don't think we weren't in the same class, but when we ran that religion trip, I remember I was with you.
Yes. What was the religion trip? The one where we visited different places?
Yeah.
He always spoke Ukrainian to us, and he called other students cows to me, and then he looked to me to see me laughing, although I was not. And there was another student with us, Michael Semi. I don't know if you guys ever talked about Semi on the podcast, but him and I were in the class together. So he would always like look towards us and be like, Korova. And I'm like, you can't. if this was in English, like, that would be a problem.
Yikes, oh man. That's a whole different story.
Yeah, that's a whole... Maybe we'll get him on the podcast one day.
And
I'm sure he would happily come on.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But his mom lives in the neighborhood here, so sometimes he bikes over, and then when I'm out and about, I see him in his little bike shorts.
Yeah.
And then he talks to me, and I'm like, I need a face mask so I don't look at you. Just cover my eyes.
Oh man, what a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, another thing that I just love about Melanie, or well, I guess it's not about Melanie. Well, it is about you. It's related to you. It's just the various references towards people just living in your basement at the randomest times. It is truly iconic. One of my favorite instances, I have two written down, but right before the same at the picnic, our dancing picnic, literally like 2 seconds before we go on stage to dance, Melanie just turns to me and she's like, "Oh, that guy, he used to live in my basement, and he was mad at me on Facebook, but he asked me out for coffee." And I was like, "What?" Like literally 2 seconds, and then we just had to go on stage, and I had to dance with this on my mind. Like,
you're welcome. You know, you won't be bored. And there was this one really weird day where I had a back and forth because he's like, "I want to speak to your father," and I'm like, I went to my dad, I got him, and my dad's like, "Tell him I'm sleeping." So I went back, and the dude's like, "Wake him up." And so it was going back and forth, and then like I was so mad. So this man just created many problems. And I never want to rent my basement again.
Very fair. The fact you just turned to me and like it said that, and it was so random, but like so like I get it, you know. I wouldn't be surprised that you said that to me. I was like, fair. But it reminds me when we were at all like the Pickle Barrel. I forget for what event. But I don't.
His birthday.
Oh, okay, yes. And I don't know how we got onto this conversation and this topic, but I think we were like joking around of what champagne birthdays, how they should be celebrated. And then it just, one thing led to another, and then it was just like, oh yeah, there should be like elephants and people riding elephants and camels, and then like just like we were joking around like how extravagant we should make champagne birthdays because they're so rare or whatever. And then like I think Roxanne, you were like, we should have like a Swedish man like greet us or whatever, or like, or a Norwegian man greet us, you have to greet you to come in or whatever. And then Melanie just, you know, turns and joins the conversation. She's like, "Yeah, I had a Swedish man living in my basement at one point."
I forgot about him too. Yeah.
How many people
he was
rented out your basement?
that was a guest, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
just a guest. That's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just those are just random things that just make me die of laughter. So.
Yeah, I have lots of weird stories. if you guys need warning stories, if you need like a safety podcast on basement renters, you know, I could be a guest on there.
Yeah, no, we used to rent our basement when we lived in campus too, and like we've had some interesting renters too, problematic ones.
Is Roxanne frozen?
I think so.
Video.
We're back.
Oh, there
She's
she
back.
is.
I'm just gonna stay still just in case it does freeze. It won't cause too many problems.
Welcome back. What else do I have with Melanie? We all had. Oh.
What?
You there? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, your voice lagged. Are you there?
You were gonna say something. I have nothing to say. I'm just sitting here. Why are you waiting for me?
I thought you were speaking.
No.
It lagged there too, so we're confused. No, but I think Oksana wants you to continue. She's blinking.
Yes.
Blink if you want Victorie to continue.
Okay, yeah, she's good. But we all had science class together. Grade 10 science class.
Good times.
Very good times. Yeah, we had science class together. And back in the days when, you know, I took science and I was in AP science too.
Did you take AP in grade 10? Because I was never in AP.
Yeah, you were.
Melanie, the three of us were in AP math.
Yeah.
Science, sorry.
Science.
No
way. But I never did the AP exam, so maybe I stopped after AP.
No.
But yeah, no, thank you for that piece of information. Thank you.
See, you even remember, we all in AP science together. I remember Melanie would constantly throw erasers at me.
It was just one eraser, and you would always pass it back to me, so that's your own fault.
Got me there. But you know, it's a great memory. You know, it kept me awake, kept me on my toes.
Kept me and my hand-eye coordination advanced.
I also just remember that that class. I think my back was like really hurting, and so I was like, I can help you fix it. And then she like cracked my back, and I've never felt that much pain in my life. I was like, it's broken now.
Oh no.
But hey, I mean, we're doing fine, so I guess she didn't break it. But you know, stay tuned. What else do I have written down here? Oh, they're just like, I had this written down in my notes, but I have no recollection of this. At bowling, Melanie threw a shoe at me.
Which year was this in?
No idea.
I mean, I don't.
Oh, probably.
Oh, Oksana didn't hear. Are you gonna tell her, Victorie? I threw a shoe at Victorie
no, I heard
at bowling.
it. I said in
second
second year.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't hear.
Oh no.
Second year of university?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Victorie.
That's okay. I don't even remember it. But I'm sure it was like a funny scenario where I like accepted it. You know, I was like,
yeah, and I probably didn't like whip it at you. I maybe just tossed it.
Yeah. You know, fun little toss, you know? A fun little toss never hurt nobody.
Just reflex practice. You're welcome then. Not sorry, but you're welcome.
Reminds me, when we were at dancing, and I don't remember what we were talking about, but I somehow talked about oat milk, and then you did something where I just like flinched, and I thought she was gonna hit me. I was like, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Or I think I just like looked at you, and you were like...
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember about the oat milk, I started yelling at you, being like, because I think you said like it doesn't have water in it or something. I'm like, it has water. I think. I'm also not an expert, so I don't know.
I know it has water now, but it's very possible that I didn't know it didn't have water. I can't recall. But yeah, I feel like Melanie's like Roxanne's like my go-to like math girl, you know what I'm saying? And like Melanie's my go-to like science girl. Like whenever I have my queries, you know, Melanie's the one to answer them.
I mean, I've never been approached formally by you with a request on scientific information, but I hear you talking to other people about scientific information, and then I come in like, oh.
Yeah, she hears me go like, oh, the spine's in your neck. And then you're like,
or like the spine is one continuous bone.
Yeah. We don't need to revisit.
Yeah, and then you said that to me, and I was like,
yeah,
no,
yeah. I'm glad you knew that.
And then Melanie came in, and she was like, no, it's not. And you were like,
yeah, and I was like, oh, good to know.
Yeah,
AP Science, grade 10 here. But yeah, that this happened like recently at dancing. Because I forgot what we were talking about, but this happened recently when we're learning a new dance back when we had dancing. We weren't in quarantine, but we weren't like in those positions because there was only like 3 spots, so you're just kind of doing it in the background. This is like to make us look not as bad as the story sounds, but so we were in the background, like, you know, kind of half doing it, because like that's what you do when you're not like in an actual position. You don't really like full out do it in the back. Kind of sometimes, but that particular time our teacher was recording it for like, because it was new choreography to remember, and then I wrote down what we were talking about. Thank goodness, I forgot what the conversation was about, but I think I had some question about lymph nodes, apparently. Don't remember what. But
wait, what kind of nodes?
Lymph nodes.
Lymph
nodes, like the ones that pop out when you get like sick on your neck.
Lymph nodes.
Yeah.
So PH, silent F.
Those are the ones.
Yeah.
But I had some kind of question about them, and then you started answering about them. But then you started telling about this in the middle of the dance. Our teacher's still recording. Everyone's still dancing around us, but we just stopped, and we're having a full-blown conversation about lymph nodes because I just got so into it. I was like, this makes us sound like bad students, but this is a rare occurrence.
But it was a good conversation. But I want to find that video and see just us standing in the back corner while everyone else is dancing.
I was like, fair. But yeah, so yeah, Melanie's my go-to science girl.
You make it sound like you think about science often. I don't think you really do.
Not really, no. But
I
when
would
I do,
classify you as a science
Melanie's
thinker.
my go-to. Your Fedora.
A classic.
Classic. It's like, you know,
They're
like
not. They're in that closet right now. There's 2 in there, and a sun hat, and 14 caps.
I feel like, you know, like that old meme where it was like the starter packs, like when it was like, and they had like 4 things. I feel like Melanie's starter pack would be like a fedora, ABBA, like a lab coat, and
definitely I feel like leather like her boots, like
the pointy
brown
ones, the brown ones.
The brown ones.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love those boots.
I know you do.
So like you love your Melanie's starter pack. Yeah, those are like typical things like you associate with Melanie.
I haven't had a chance to wear a fedora in a while, but
the fedora more speaks to your personality more than style. The shoe is a style.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Fedora is definitely personality, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Yeah. Your alter ego is like,
you can actually wear a fedora.
Yeah. Yeah. And actually like look good in it.
Because your personality matches it. Like if I put it on, regardless how I look, it's like, you're not someone who wears a fedora. You're not fun. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like get that off.
Yeah, I don't think a fedora is for me either. So we'll leave the fedoras to Melanie.
Don't you have like a particular hate for hats, Victorie? And Roxanne too.
If I was a hat. Yeah, I don't really wear hats.
I don't wear hats either. Yeah.
My head shape is no gusto.
Same. Like they just don't look good.
Maybe you just have to find the right hat. That's gonna be my mission.
It's my hair too.
Hats.
Because I feel like curly hair looks really weird with like hats. Like when I put like a tight baseball cap, and then it's just like but like nothing there. So I feel like it looks strange, but
like when you have your beanie, it's nice. A cowboy hat?
Yeah, it would be a cowboy hat.
No, like if we were in Alberta, you would have to wear a cowboy hat all the time. Like it is you.
I could see you rocking a cowboy hat.
Yeah. It would match my personality. Can't you imagine me being someone who wears a cowboy hat?
I feel like it'd be like a studded cowboy hat too, like one of those like really extra ones.
Pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be pink.
With like some
it would be silver.
embroidered.
It would be a silver cowboy hat.
Oof.
With like cursive Roxanne.
The little
fringe.
Little jewels.
Oh yes.
I thought you meant like things hanging off the rib.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd just be a black baseball cap, like the plainest, boringest hat, basic that everyone has.
It's like simple, classic, and original.
But I feel like there'd be a symbol of some sort.
Yeah, like boring, but like it has a little something, you know, if you look close.
Yeah, like some of the clothes IKEA sells. You'd be like an IKEA hat.
Okay. Well,
sometimes they just have basics, and like they would just have like a little line on it, like a hyphen, and then you'd be like,
yeah, that's me.
Are we starting a merch line? Is that what this sounds like?
Hey
guys, welcome. This whole thing is a sham. We had Melanie on here to announce our new merch
launch.
Welcome, guys. But yeah, hey, never say never, right?
I didn't say it, you said it.
Yep, I did. But another thing I have done, this is one of my favorite memories too, is at a game night at one of the Roxanne. I don't know if you were the president of the organization yet, or if it was Andre's term. But it was one of the game nights, and then we went to game night, and then they had poker. And then somehow, some way, me and Melanie got wrapped into playing poker with like, I think everyone else at the table was like legit playing and like knew what they were doing, and like me and Melanie kind of were like, never.
Me too. I just sucked.
I don't remember. I think you had to be there, but.
No, it was when we were supposed to go skating that day, but then it was too cold, so we all decided to come, but we didn't have enough people to like do different games, so we all played poker for a bit. Yeah, Emma was there. Remember? Shoutout.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay,
I was playing, but I lost within the first like 3 rounds. Like literally, I had no money, and I was like.
Fair. See, me and Melanie, on the other hand, we ended up lasting because we accidentally cheated, but Like,
oh, that's when we like exchanged cards or
yeah,
something.
we had no
No
idea
one
how to
noticed, and it
play.
was so obvious.
Exactly. And then it was so obvious. We didn't make it obvious. Like, we didn't think that everyone else, like, I guess other than us two, were like taking it seriously and actually like playing. So like we looked at each other's cards and I was like, I just grabbed some of hers and she took some of mine or whatever. And it ended up being that like whatever I got, because I took Melanie's cards, was like really high up. So I ended up winning and like taking all their money. Everyone was like, what? Like Andrea was like, how did you do that? And I was like, totally didn't accidentally cheat without knowing.
The key to bluffing is not knowing what's going on, so that you're not bluffing. You're just telling the truth.
Exactly.
Spoon feed the truth.
We've hacked the system here, guys. 2 Girls Being Bros plus Melanie hacked the system. 2020.
I wonder if in your journal you have like a color code so you could find my references easily.
No, I actually do. Like it's all color coded by people.
What color am I?
You're orange.
Okay, that's a nice color. I'm okay
actually you're a little different. You got your own page.
Oh wow. Oh my god.
But I do color code everything to make it easy to find. And I have nothing better to do
behind the scenes.
So I'm just color coding things. But yeah. What else do I have? Anything before we get into our game? Oh.
I'm so excited.
I feel like you get yourself into interesting situations, Melanie.
I don't get myself into interesting situations. My life gets me interesting situations.
Like, I just remember one time at dancing, I think you were like showing off a TikTok dance, but like doing it like you know, like if I don't know, the move was like something like simple, she'd be like, you'd do it like so extra, like as a joke. And it was when like everyone was still and like you just did it and like the teacher was just like looking at her like.
That's happened too many times. Like I just do a weird thing. Everyone else is not moving. It's like when everyone in the crowd goes quiet and then you say something and everyone hears you. This, but physically, you know? So it even, this time it was a TikTok dance. Other times it's always something so stupid. And then she has this special look when she looks at me. I like know that she's slightly disappointed in me, but she also finds it very funny. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to describe the face.
I can't even read my writing.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Join the club. Okay. No, your writing is actually pretty good.
I don't think it's good. I think it's pretty ugly, but you know, hey.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know how anybody can read her writing.
You're just pretty horrendous. You have nice writing, Roxanne.
Andre, thanks. Andre has like the garbagest writing, and then he was like writing for his test, and I was like, did you make Lita rewrite these notes for you? And he was like, no, I wrote those. And I was like, so why do you choose to literally write garbage in your notes, and you can't even read them when you can and have the ability to write nice? And he's like, who got time for that? And I was like, you're right. Who needs time for reading one's notes? But Victorie, I
feel that though. Because, like, if I try hard enough and, like, take lots of time, like, I can do not good, pretty decent, like, even writing. But, like, when I'm writing notes, I don't want to take the time. So I just, like, write fast. And when I write fast, it's, like, scribbles. Like, it's, like, 3-year-old.
Yeah. Have you guys ever had the experience where you fall asleep while writing notes in class? So, like you're fading in and out of consciousness. So then your notes, you write one line, then there are some scribbles, then you wake up again and you write another real line, but then you keep scribbling as you're napping.
No, I had the in and out of consciousness, but I was not writing. I was just trying to not faceplant in front of the professor.
Like not writing specifically, but I've done that typing where I'm like zoning in and out, and then I just look and it's like some like random word, and I'm like, what? But yeah, that's happened to me before. But
difficult life of a student.
I know, right? Oh yeah. Well, now you both guys are done your undergrad, by the way. Like, congrats.
Great time to finish school. The job market's so open,
Yeah, it's perfect. Okay, it gives you some time to, I guess, relax. You've been to school since you're 4 years old, so you deserve a break, right?
That's what I keep saying.
That's all you've ever known.
Actually, today I was supposed to be in London, England. I had tickets booked. I would have left last night. I would have met the Suns in London. We would have gone on to Poland, I would have gone to Germany, then we would have met in Ukraine, then they would go back home, I would go to Poland, then I would go to Greece, then I would go to Hungary, then I would go to, you know, other places, and now I'm here. Yay!
Now you're on our podcast instead.
Honestly,
So
I would give up.
Here.
Yeah. But I would give up a Europe trip to be on your podcast.
Wow.
I'm only saying that because the pandemic did it, but I'll give you guys the benefit of
We won't tell anyone.
Yeah, we won't tell. Yeah, I'll cut that out.
Sure thing.
But yeah, it's a pretty wild time. But hey, that means your trip in the future will be even bigger and better, right? It'll make the time waiting for it will make you appreciate it more when it comes, right?
100%. And like I have vouchers that I need to use. One of the time limits is a year and the other one's 2 years. So I'm like, okay, I guess I have to travel next year. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully you can travel.
Yeah.
We can
Might
travel
as well.
next year. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I feel like those are all the main stories that stick out in my head with Melanie. Some good ones, you know. Many more are planning to come. We'll have you again in the future, of course.
Okay, so I need to do some things that are story worthy.
Well, you're part of the 2 Girls Being Bros extended podcast family, so you'll be back soon.
Thanks.
But I have come up with a game, Melanie, and I haven't told. So Oksana's gonna play along too, because I've told her what the game is, but not the contents of it.
Okay.
Okay, I could be wrong, but I'm 99% sure I came up with the game.
I have no recollection. I don't remember. You probably could have.
You did it, but I came up with it.
Yeah, it's very likely. I don't. This happens often. I don't recall. I feel like we were like one conjoined brain. So that's kind of insulting, probably for you.
Yeah. Wow.
What does your brain predict? I'm kidding.
So when you get your degree, Oksana can take it and write her name on it.
I'm taking her math because like I'm the math and physics of her brain.
Yeah,
obviously.
You can share.
And Victory helps with my physical strength. So
yeah, just one big brain. That's correct science, right?
Yeah.
We can get a okay with that.
We can get a fact check.
Fact check. We have one brain.
That's
a yes. Okay.
No, but from psychology, I could tell you guys that, you know, friends, they are more similar than they are different. So if we say that you have similar contents in your brain, then you guys.
Surprise, Victory's a physics student.
Got you all so good. Me pretending all these things.
Wow, it must have been so difficult to pretend to be bad at physics for so many years.
It's so hard. So hard, let me tell you.
Because I asked, I was like, can I have the physics degree? And she was like, fine, because we both can't have it. So
yeah, it's like fair. I'll let her have this one. You know, I work so hard, but anyways, take it from me. But yeah. So the game, I wish I had like a theme song.
We could insert one. But
you want me to sing?
Yeah. Do some background stuff. I'll sing because I have to sing over it.
Ooh, yeah.
Did Melanie say that?
Oh God, no.
So, while you've been living your life for the past couple of months, I've been secretly recording down some things you have said.
No, but we've had so many Zoom meetings.
I know, but I've been really... I must admit, I often forget that, you know, we thought of this game a while back, and there's definitely, like, the quotes I have here definitely don't encompass you fully. Like, there's much more to you than these quotes. It's the only ones that at the time when you said them, I was like, that's hilarious, I need to write that down. I remembered it. I often don't, as my memory's the size of a vat, I don't remember that I have to record you saying things sometimes. But yeah, because like I think I said earlier, like you say something like there's like you're not even meaning to be funny sometimes, but you're just so funny. Like the things you say, you're just so like the effortless quote things you say. It's just sometimes so like crazy.
Yeah, I don't. If I had to explain myself to a psychologist, like a psychotherapist, I'd be like, I really don't know why I say the things list. I do. Yeah.
But yeah, so I wrote down some classic Melanie quotes, and I made up some. So, while you've been living your life for the past couple of months, I've been secretly recording down some things you have said. You know, but I think I said earlier, like you say something like, there's like the effortless quote things you say. It's just sometimes so like crazy. Yeah, I don't. If I had to explain myself to a psychologist, like a psychotherapist, I'd be like, I really don't know why I say the things I do. Yeah. But yeah, so I wrote down some classic Melanie quotes, and I made up some. So which I mean, I think that Augustus helped me, but I think you might be able to tell which ones are fake pretty easily. But anyways, we'll see if we can get you. So basically, I'm going to read out a quote, and this might have been something Melanie said, or this might have been something I made up pretending to be what Melanie would say.
And then Oksana and Roxanne and I vote.
You're going to guess, did Melanie say it, or did she not
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the first one, it's kind of a giveaway, but you got to start easy, right? Oh, I just kind of gave it away. Well, okay. I'm a bad host. I'm a Virgo.
100%.
Yes, she said that.
I am a Virgo. I have the same birthday as Jenna Marbles. Shout out Jenna Marbles. I don't think she needs the shout outs, but that's okay.
But this one specifically, it was the context of why, like, oh yeah, the context of some of these are like more hilarious than the actual quote themselves. But we were coming back from Center Island. Oh, I forgot to tell this story, but I think we did. Oh, you weren't there, Roxanne. That's why you probably you didn't get that one. But she would have at that point. Mm-hmm. But we were at Center Island. We went one day, and then there was a stick, like an old part of a broomstick, without the broom half, just the stick, by the trash can. So like it was
not in the trash can, by the trash.
By the trash can, yeah. And so obviously someone was throwing it out. It was a broken broom, but Melanie decided to pick it up and carry the broomstick, and then we helped her carry it all the way across Center Island, and then because it's an island in Toronto, by the way, like off the downtown area, so you have to take a ferry back to it, and you best believe Melanie brought that stick on the ferry and took it all the way to Toronto.
But we had a photo shoot on the ferry with the broomstick. I was looking at it recently. It was a good photo shoot.
Oh, maybe I'll post a picture. But it was I used that picture in our chat actually. So go on our YouTube channel and check that out.
But there's many photos. I bet there's a bunch you could use that weren't used.
But it was great. So Melanie was just having a photo shoot with the broomstick, the garbage broomstick. But then she just turns around and like sits and she's like, I'm a Virgo. I was like...
And then you posted a Snapchat of me like posing with it majestically.
Yeah.
And it just says, I'm a Virgo.
I'm a Virgo. So it's just like, it's just iconic. She's a Virgo with the garbage broomstick.
But that is one of the craziest days I had, because I had a full day of work after like a full year of summer, like nonstop working. I had never had a break. So I was at my breaking point. I was so fed up with life and so tired that I kind of like lost that filter of like what I do. It's kind of like the equivalent of being drunk, except I was extremely tired. Mm-hmm. So I picked up the stick. I was saying stupid things, posing. I was yelling at strangers. I was taking photos of strangers. They asked me to take photos of them, and then they started kissing, and I kept taking photos because I didn't know if they wanted me to stop or not. I have one of them on it. Friend.
Oh, hey.
Follower.
Gotta get a follow,
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a Melanie quote. Melanie did say that. All right, the second one. I taught a German guy how to sing "O Canada." Correct. He did say that.
Like, he wore overalls to work. It's kind of the equivalent of wearing a fedora. So he was just me. And like, we would sing in the lab. We would play with the dry ice. It was a good time. But
okay, the next one. The Swedish man in my basement really gets on my nerves.
No.
Maybe? No, wait. No.
You can't just vote with me.
Because he was Norwegian.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You caught me. Damn it.
No?
Also, Mom would never complain about someone.
Also, like, I thought he was really cool, but put away the dishes or, like, wash a mug or something.
I assume that, one of these people must have got on your nerves, but I got their nationality wrong. So that's on me. Okay, the next one. My Slavic senses were tingling. Melanie did say that.
Did I say it recently? Because I saw a janitor.
We were in your basement.
Huh?
I think we were in Victorie's basement. I think
you said it recently too.
Chats.
Okay. Because I think I was talking about a janitor I saw in public, and like of my relatives, and I'm like, my Slavic senses are tingling. I know you speak Polish. I asked her, and she did.
That's wild.
We got her.
That's one of, like, these, they're just so great out of context too. Like, it's amazing. Okay, next one. The taller, the wiser. Yeah, okay.
But true. I didn't say it, but it's true. I'm just kidding.
Augustus made that one up. Me and him it's really hard to like come up with like fake but like kind of real sounding quotes.
Not really. I could have done much better.
I should have handed it up to you. I was thinking of that, but then I was like, oh, should we just have Melanie play it? I was literally gonna ask you because I was struggling so hard. Then I was like,
I mean, I could have made them up, and then you could have played.
Oh yeah, but no, but I already I wrote all the good quotes down, so I already know.
True to mine, yeah.
Which ones are real?
Do you have some fake ones on the tip of your tongue, Oksana?
Yeah. I don't know. Not on the tip of my tongue. I'll come up with one later.
But like anything you say too, it's like of that same quality, I find. So anything you would say would be something that I might say, but that I didn't say.
Like,
because you know how some people have like comedic inspirations or like role models. You're one of my comedic role models. So.
Oh, thanks, Melanie.
You can't raise your ego that much, man. Come on.
Sig number one.
Okay.
I'll try to think of one later.
Okay. I got a couple more. Me and this machine are both out of service.
Let's see what Oksana's guess first. I'm curious.
This is a trickster one. Okay. Okay, so the answer is technically no. However, I derived it from a Snapchat of you.
Oh.
Where you said it was the Presto machine was out of service. And then you said, so I changed up the quote, but it was something along the line. It was out of that where you referenced.
Got
But technically you didn't say that specifically, and it was more of a Snapchat. So.
Wow. Yeah, no, I haven't used Snapchat in a long time, so.
So it's kind of, I see where you got it, because it triggered your brain. You're like, that something happened at a service, but
yeah.
Gotcha.
But like, I love making those kinds of comparisons where I'm just like, oh, what does this and me have in common? And I'm looking at a garbage can, and then I'm like, everything.
Fair. Oh, not fair. That's not true.
Got you.
All right. Got 4 more. I wanted to take a German, not here.
A what?
German. I wanted to take a German, not here.
I'm trying to understand what that means grammatically.
Yeah, it must be Victorie. If it's incorrect grammar, it's Victorie.
No, you did say that.
In what context? It must definitely be in the... Wow.
But I wrote it down because it was so funny, because it was grammatically incorrect. So I was like, what?
So I wanted to
probably wrote it down incorrectly.
German.
That's also possible. I want to take a German, but you wanted to take a German, not here. So I don't know where here is, but you didn't want to take the German there.
Not here.
Not here. So this one, there's a precursor before it. So somebody said, you don't have to use your bottom half. But then you said, but that's my best half. Yes. I'm pretty sure that was at dancing.
I hope so. I don't know where else we would be talking about bottom halves.
But it's your best half, so.
It really is.
I hope our teacher didn't say that. And then I said
probably
that.
Was.
Probably.
Yeah. But it's your best half, so you gotta say it, you know?
I would say my best half is my right half, because I'm that half of my body could do things. I wouldn't divide my body from up and down. I would divide it down the middle. It's facts.
I guess
Vaginal
right-handed,
plane.
left-handed, and then like right-footed, left-footed.
Roxanne's left-handed, right?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite facts about you.
Switching it up on my family, you know?
She goes against the grain.
Yeah.
Okay, I got 2 more. Ooh. Okay, ready? I accidentally hit myself with my nunchucks the other day.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, so you didn't say it, but it definitely could have been something you say. That's my best work. I was really
But
I know.
I think she may have said that. I might have to veto you on this.
There's many occasions where I could have said that. And if I didn't say it to you, I'd probably said it to someone else.
It's true, because I'm like, I know she has nunchucks.
No, but I'm pretty sure she was telling us about how she hit herself with her nunchucks.
Maybe that's why I thought it was so real.
Yeah.
Well, she could have said it.
Yeah, I could have said it, could have not said it, but
I don't have it written down, but
if I didn't
She was
say
saying
it,
how she had, because you used them for the first time in like forever, and then you said you forgot how to use it, so then you hate yourself.
yeah.
Oh wow, it's all coming back to me. Yeah, it might have actually.
Yeah. No,
Fine, I came up
gets
with that,
bad
but
as
you
well.
heard me said it first.
Because another German friend, not the German man, but a German woman, I told her I have a black belt in karate, and she was like, I don't believe you. Like, that's stupid. And I turned to my other coworkers. I'm like, guys, you don't believe me that I have a black belt? And they're like, no, like, we don't, because you joke around all the time. And I'm like, guys, no, seriously, like, I'm not joking.
Don't disrespect me.
I made an Instagram video on my story, or like I sent it to them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I made a video for them, and then like, this is really stupid and funny, so I posted it on my story, private story, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And even after that, she was like, you're not that good. And I was like, okay, I get it. Germans, they're honest.
Oh yeah, you guys went to karate together, didn't you?
Well, not per se together. I kind of just sat there for the social hour, but Melanie actually did karate.
I mean, I would
We've been
always...
over this so many times. Like, I did not do karate. I would just sit there because, like, my older siblings, I always just get out of it because that was not my thing. Like, we'd do the warm-ups, and then right after, we would do real karate, and I was like, nah. I was like, Connor, I gotta go. I hurt my foot. That's how I learned how to act, remember?
Yeah, you were always good. I was always very concerned for you all the time.
Yeah, I was good at sparring though. That's the one thing.
Yeah, that was bad at that.
But it was because I was short, so I got put with like kids 2 years younger than me. But I mean,
so was
not my problem anymore.
Yes, no, yeah.
Like, as I got older, I was very tall, and all the other people my age were like shorter, or even there weren't many people my age, so I would have to fight with little kids. And like, I didn't want to hit them, so
yeah. That's how they get you.
Gotta take them out.
And then finally, last quote of the game. Did Melanie say that I wouldn't mind being in an arranged marriage?
I have to think about this carefully.
I remember these are all out of context, so
I think I've said both. I've said that I wouldn't mind an arranged marriage, and I would be upset if I was in an arranged marriage, because I talk about this with my friend a lot, and my driving instructor. It sounded like I wasn't used to it, so I was like, I'm not a fan of this. But then another time, I was frustrated with, dating life. Not that I have one, and I was like, it would just be simpler if I had an arranged marriage. So I say yes.
Yes, you did say that.
Wow.
But yeah, it's all out of context, so there's definitely context to some of these that sound a little strange. But like, again, I thought it'd be fun to like out of context quotes, like, did you say that or not?
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been did Melanie say that?
Yeah.
I love it.
But yeah. So yeah, wow. This has been a time. I'm so happy you came on finally. We finally got you on.
I've been so excited for the longest time, because you guys mentioned it's like, oh, we'll have Melanie on sometime, and I was like, yes. And then the pandemic happened. I'm like, oh no, does this mean this is not going to happen? But I'm still glad we found a way to do it. So thank you guys so much for having me, and also for having this podcast, because sometimes I just need some socialization, but I'm like busy, so I just listen to you guys on the subway, and then I laugh out loud. That's why I started messaging you guys about, oh my god, this podcast is so great, because I would laugh in public on the subway and people would stare at me.
That's the best
I would
way
laugh
to do it.
out loud. I would start tearing up and crying. And I never do that.
We're gonna hire you as our like promoter.
Yeah. Like the testimony thing, like
yeah.
I'll be like, can sponsor them? They make me cry on the subway.
Exactly. Who else does that?
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a blast of a time. Hope you had a great time.
I did.
Hope to have you on again in the future soon.
Yeah, exactly.
My
let us know
is open.
If you want to see Melanie on our podcast, make sure to follow us on Twitter at 2GirlsBeingBros. 2 is a number. On Instagram,
2GirlsBeingBros _.
And go check out our YouTube channel. Melanie's on Baked. If you want to check her out on Baked, she's part of the medical team, and she's in the audience of Chad Chats too. So our YouTube channel is 2GirlsBeingBros. No spaces when you type that in, because we're not that popular yet, so it don't come up right away. But anyways, go subscribe. But yeah, everybody. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, for another quarantine podcast. And see you soon. And I was like, do I say something else before that, or do I end it off there? Don't worry, I know the outro.
You do, really.
Yeah.
Really.
I don't almost forget it every time.
Because you just said see you soon.
Yeah, but I was like,
okay, my internet connection's unstable now.
I know, Melanie's excited to join us with this. Okay, ready,
Do
Melanie?
I get to say it too?
Yeah, the second part.
But
okay.
So she says, I remember kids, and then...
We all say, don't do too much. Okay, ready? And remember, kids,
don't do
too much. I don't know why that's so hard to do remotely.
My internet is